What I like about the boot most is the balance. It's light enough to wear all day, but yet strong enough to cope with whatever the ground can throw at you. For me, the Tasso is the ideal stalking boot. Comfortable out of the box, obvious quality, and designed here in the Galloway Hills. Absolutely super impressed. You can actually positively identify the deer. Several muntjac moving around in this area this morning, first line, and I've got some of the footage on here so you'll be able to see that. Welcome to May's episode of Outfitter Tales, brought to you from it's been a very sunny Ayrshire, but it's clouded over a little bit, which might be better for filming.
Yes, definitely.
Right, so what have we got for this week? Well, first up we've paired the Nocpix S60R thermal scope, all singing, all dancing bit of kit from Nocpix on a Howa 1500 rifle. We're going to set that up and show you how to set it up.
Who's setting it up?
Well, you are. You're good at that shit.
I know. And then obviously we've got a bit of footage of it actually in the field, up to our new ground. No, sorry, we never went across to the castle ground and had it in the sort of. We'll see how it performs in the field. Yeah, and then finally we've got a full review now of the stalking show, this year's stalking show. So we bring you thoughts from our main sponsors, really, from this year's stalking show. So first up, it's my kit, you setting it up. Here we go.
Right, cracking afternoon in Ayrshire. It's absolutely cracking the flags today. It's about time. So, as we introduce this, we've got the Howa 1500 PRS stock on it. Absolutely beautiful rifle. This 243 is the calibre, and paired this up now with the Ace S60R, all singing, all dancing thermal scope. What's not to like? We're out in the morning stalking, so we're going to see this in the field. So I'm really going to let the scope do the talking for itself, because we'll be able to record everything. So rather than me talking about it, hopefully you'll see the scope in action. Basics, like all the Nocpix products, everything is cross-functional. So once you've used one Nocpix thermal or thermal scope, then all the functions are exactly the same. You've just got a massively increased processor on this beastie. On-off button, very intuitive. It's there. You don't even have to look at it in the dark. You just press that, 2 or 3 seconds, the unit powers up. And you've got the record facility just next to that as well. There's automatic record on this with the trigger, but you can set and record or take still photographs of everything that you've got. Just dialing it into your own eye. Menu functions are all, basically the menu functions are all on the top button. So moving right or left and your menu button to press, dead straightforward really, and we'll see that, rather than talking about it, we'll actually see that in action. Rob actually set this up for me very kindly, because he likes that sort of shit. He likes playing around with rifles. But obviously if I'm going to go out and use it, I want to make sure that it's pointing in the right direction for me. So this should be going in the right direction, hitting somewhere in the area that we're aiming, so we will see. Quite like the really nice flip cover on this, which again, like the Nocpix, a little bit of attention to detail. Sometimes with these things they're awkward to get off, or there's a big click on it, but this is really nice and smooth, and it's quiet, and that does make a difference on a quiet day. When the unit powers up, you're in 2 power. You can alter your magnification with the button on top, your top dial, and then obviously dial it in at the front. Dead easy, not a problem. So we'll fire a couple of shots, see how we go. That's all I want to do this afternoon, and then we'll get into the field tomorrow morning and actually see it in action, which at the end of the day, any kit, the proof of the pudding, as we always say, both Rab and I, is when you get out in the field. It's all very well doing it on here, it's all very well looking at it and filming it down in the wood, But till we get out in the field, then we don't know what's happening. So we'll have an honest appraisal of that hopefully tomorrow. Forecast is good, so we will see what happens. So we'll put a couple of shots through here. Nozzle ammo I'm using all the time now. Big shout out to Nocpix for providing the kit, and Highland Outdoors for providing the thing that it's sat on. It's beautiful. I don't think anybody can not like that rifle. I'll just get some ear deafeners. I think the one thing to say is about the kind of weight and the feel of the rifle. I love a thumb hold stock because it just naturally fits your hand and it's so comfortable to use. A little bit of weight on the stock and the rifle. Quite a nice stable platform, and we shoot all the time off sticks, so that's something that you actually need off a set of quad sticks. One thing I should mention is there's 18650 battery in there, which you can remove and charge up, and then obviously you've got USB charging port in there. One thing I do, I tend to download through the charger, but obviously you get the Nocpix app. Yeah, so we're looking at about 8 hours in the field. Again, we'll test that, but that's the claimed time. And I must admit, on the products we've used so far, like the S50 and also the Lumi thermals and the Vista, the claimed time, battery life is pretty accurate.
That was unbelievably easy to set up.
Yeah, but you're good at that shit. But they are easy.
Yeah.
They are easy. Even I can do it.
It's like, obviously you're supposed to have this one shot zero. Obviously you never have exactly one shot zero because you always try and tinker it to get it perfect. But yeah, so I was a 1.5 centimetre square, 2 rounds into the 1.5 centimetre square at 100 metres. So
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
That was lucky.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
We need to qualify, by the way, because I had a few comments about this. I'm an RFD and we work together. And we have a lot of clients out and we cross-use rifles. So if he sets a rifle up, I can pick it up and use it. Vice versa, although I don't bother setting rifles up because it's, like I said, he likes that sort of thing. But it's worthy of note that we still check it if we're going out on deer. We'll still individually check it, but actually setting it up.
Digital scopes are slightly different from optical scopes because obviously it's a digital screen you're looking at. So you've not got any sort of parallax shift, you've got not any sort of eye relief difference and all that sort of stuff. So one scope might be slightly different for someone else, but with the digital stuff it's pretty much bang on always because you're looking at a screen, you're not actually looking through a set of lenses with a different eye position. But
to be fair, even picking up rifles, I can pick up your rifle, you can pick up my rifles. And
we're quite similar eye-wise. Well,
yeah.
obviously I can see a wee bit better than him, but there we go.
No, I've got my new lenses.
All right, yeah. Up next, we have Chris out actually putting the Nocpix Ace S60R and the Howa rifle to good use.
This is where you really learn about the kit. Okay, so this is the first shot in anger, if you like, with the new Ace S60 paired with a Howa 1500 rifle. What we've got here, we've been here before. This is the castle ground. It's quite tricky to stalk now during the winter months and into the spring. There's a circular footpath route and it's great for people to run and jog and get out early, which often they do. Now we get in sort of the shorter daylight hours. It gives us an hour in the morning. It's unusual for anybody to be out. It's sort of just turned 5 o'clock. Cracking dawn chorus this morning. So really primarily I want to have a look around here, just check on the bucks. We've got clients coming, various bits and pieces, so just want to have a look at the buck situation. There's quite a few bucks kicking around in here, or there should be. He's been doing some work because it's been such a wet spring. He's now starting to plough up. He's been late ploughing to sow the what should have been winter barley is now going to be spring barley. So again, have a look at that and just really see the S60. We're going to kind of just go down the track here. We've got a timber harvesting company across, just pulling in, just starting to get the harvesters going. We're just going to go down the track here and just have a look. We've got a bit of high ground, we can have a look across the land. Along the edge of the field there's kind of a little rough area just up in front of us. That's probably about 400 or 500 yards away. There's certainly a couple of deer on there. You see the dog now, she's a smelling deer as well. See the sheep up on the top of the hill there, they've got to be, what, 3/4 kilometre away. Right, so we've got a good wind, but if we move down, there's a bit of a gully there, but if we go left it's just making the angle worse and we get the castle in the background. There's a footpath drops on the back, so the only chance we've got is just to go around this corner, try and get a little bit of height so we're shooting back on them. The problem is we start to get visible, but we'll see what happens. Okay, you see what's happening there. It was initially fraying. Wait! Initially fraying on the branches. And you can see through the thermal you've got an obstruction in front of it. So it's just come right, slightly sort of quartered on. Look at clarity. Incredible through this scope, absolutely incredible. That was a shot, just 3/4 on, and there's your exit. So what we'll do is take a sample, tick sample, blood sample. Got a nice tree here somewhere that Rab spotted to hang it up. I mean, that's the first time I've used the scope after Rab set it up on the range. Did a reasonable job, I've got to say. Fair job, he's learning. He likes that sort of shit. And I did check it before I brought it out, as we should do. Lovely scope, super easy to use, like all the Nocpix products. I'm not going into technical spec, it's all available to you, but the sensors on that are absolutely superb. Second young male coming, the smaller of the two was the one we've shot, the bigger one we've left, and I think Rab said there was a doe coming in as well. You can see all that on there. Just super easy to use. What can you not like about that scope? So what I'm going to do is have a look for any ticks. Another few, few on there. So this one's got, so I'll go into category between 5 and 10. I'll take one of the bigger ones off for my sample. Right. Congealing and preserves it, so that will all go back off to Public Health England. Okay, so we start the inspection on a suspended gralloch kind of straight away. So just by opening up the carcass like that, with a lovely clean carcass, so you see there's obviously no indication of any ill health on the deer as soon as you look at it. We'll be careful taking the bladder out, but we've got kidneys, not a lot of fat on them, they're coming off for the dog. But again, we're just coming out of the wet winter, so they'll not be building a lot of fat up yet, and he'll be getting chased around now by the kidneys, chased around by the bigger lads, so I'll not be having such an easy time of it. Nice bit of fresh breakfast for Zosia, who is sporting her lovely new collar, picked up from Beth at the Stalking show. Rab's got, your dog's got one? Buck's got one. So it's cracking. One of the things about all dogs, every dog owner will know, is they either prone to having a bit of a flip over and a roll about in fox crap. These are great. Day-glow collar, put the name of the dog on, number or anything, whip it off, wash it, washing machine or anything. Great, really good. Anyway, back to business in hand. So we've got the spleen, lovely plum coloured. Any sign of swelling, discoloration, distended, that will be potentially an anthrax indicator. Got the diaphragm skirt nice and clean, and just see the top of the liver in there. Again, not showing any hardening around the edges, any marbling, which might indicate ill health. We'll have a look at the portal lymph node, which sits on the connective tissue there. So really all I've got to do now is to gralloch the deer. I'm going to take the anus out. I'm just being careful here, get my finger around the back, free it all off. pull that away. Not really using the knife much, just free it up the back there a bit, and I'm going to take that out away from the carcass. I've got a little V cut now down into the anus. I'll take that off and then I bring it out so it completely comes away from the carcass. So any contamination now is going down onto the floor. So we've got a lovely clean area now, and everything is being held on by a little bit of connective tissue here and the diaphragm skirt. So all I need to do now is just free round the diaphragm skirt, just to avoid myself putting the knife into the intestines. I'll bring my finger through, put the point of the knife in the side of my finger, and then just free up that way. So that's completely cleared it off. Just cut the connective tissue, just ease that round. Same thing here, I'm going to put my knife where my finger is, free it back up, and the only thing now holding that there internals in, and it's starting to gravity, already starting to gralloch. How easy is that? A little bit of and there we go. So very little effort, I'm not straining, I'm not forcing, just letting the knife work, let gravity take its course. Lovely clean carcass that is cooling, draining, blood draining out. All I need to do now is free down the channel at the side of the esophagus, take it right down into the throat, bit of a downward pressure. What we've done is we've created a channel, all the weight of the gralloch, the stomach, has pulled that down now to the back of the throat, so we can now just cut through around the back of the ears to take the head off. It's a fairly simple process. Front legs, bend the leg, use the line at the back of the leg for the angle of the knife, and then just come round, and that will put you straight onto the flat bone on the foreleg. Dislocate it and cut it, not forcing or anything. Checking the hooves for blistering, so bend the leg, follow the line, keep it on that line, and there you go, straight onto there. A lot of people want to turn the knife angle at that point, and then they're coming into the basic, trying to cut through the kneecap. All we're doing is freeing off the skin around the joint, twist it, dislocates all the cartilage, and then just cut. Nice and easy, continue your inspection, cooling all the time. Lovely clean carcass, everything's going, any contamination is going out onto the floor. So what I'm going to do now is get the ears. I'm just going to cut fairly close the back of the ears. I'm just going to go round to my cut. And what we're doing now, we're looking for the atlas joint in here, and we're looking for, that's what we're looking for basically, that little joint there. I'm not forcing, I'm just teasing. And the problem when you're trying to cut this is that pointed bone sits into there, and you can't cut that, you've got to just tease it. And then same at the other side, nice and easy, very simple, not putting any pressure on, letting the knife do the work, and that's it off. And there we have a beautifully gralloch deer. Good vet would have it back on its feet. You can actually hang this over, if you wanted to do your inspection without bending down, what you can do is you hang the head over a branch, it'll hook on and it allows you to work. So you can work down through your carcass, come down upper and lower bronchial lymph nodes. A bit tricky to see when you've got a good shot deer, but again, there we go. Not swollen, not enlarged. Mediastinal, down the connective tissue. There we go. Okay. Mediastinal lymph node just on the connective tissue. What we're looking for is basically swollen, pussy. It's obviously, if you see it, it's obvious. It's signs of infection. A little bit of potential lungworm here. On this, see that? I'll note that down. Portal lymph node sits in here. Connective tissue again. Not very big, certainly not swollen, not enlarged. And then, to be honest with you, the intestines, it's easier to do it on the floor, because you can lay the intestines out. So you use the stomach as a table, lay the intestines out. So what you've got there is the Cumberland sausage. So you flip it over, and you want the smooth side, so it's easier on the floor, this. And we'll do it on the floor. I think it's hard to beat. We'll do it on the floor. Is it hard to do it like that? So stomach as a table. That's your Cumberland. And there's your mesenterics. Again, if they were swollen, pussy, gritty to touch, enlarged, and it is obvious, it looks like a squeezy boil, then that will be a TB indicator. So we've eliminated the notifiables, we've run them up at the hooves. So basically, it's true of any of the lymph nodes, the lymphatic system, it's the body's filtration system. So any infection, when you go to the doctors, if you, so Rab says if you've got a cold or flu, he or she will feel your glands to see if they're swollen. Doesn't mean to say you've got TB. Same in a deer. I've only found it twice on deer where I've seen infected lymph nodes, and they were horrible. They were pussy, there was pus everywhere. You wouldn't want to go near it with a barge pole, and in neither cases, having cultured it with AFA, was it TB. But you have to assume notifiable if it's symptomatic. And then the other lymph node we'll check, one of the main, is we've taken the head off like we've taken it off, so we've cut the retropharyngeals, but this has started to regurgitate through the food pipe. What we're looking for is the submandibulars. Dead easy. There you go, straight away, there. Submandibular lymph nodes or submaxillaries. Again, very, very obvious. The ones in the head, when you take the head off like this, you're incising them to a degree, but what you will see is no pussiness. So basically where the jawbone goes round, the retropharyngeal lymph nodes sit, and there's an incised one there, sit in here, just right at the base of the jaw where it comes round the corner. Again, you cut them. When you're taking the head off like this, you cut them. But the primary lymph node indicators are the mesenteric lymph nodes in the intestines and the retropharyngeals and the submandibulars in the head. If they're not showing any sign of infection, then the secondary lymph nodes you really don't need to worry about, but you need to be able to demonstrate you're doing a level 2 where they are, because obviously you'd have to check them if you were not able to find the primaries. So there we have one beautifully gralloching carcass. Cooling off, that will go in the roast sack now, back to the truck. See the steam coming off it. Cold this morning. Oh, I've got a man. Suppose I'll have to carry my own rifle there then. I've run out of superlatives to describe this scope, so it's there, you can see it, awesome.
I just think there's a massive difference between the sort of 640 and the 1280 sensor. Just detail, especially when you're zooming in on it.
Yeah, the clip, when you can see, well, look, you can see it on the clip, so I don't need to really talk about it. They're actually dialing in. First time I've used the scope in the field, so brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But it's on the screen, so you'll see it.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Nothing more to say, really. I think it's probably the market leader, I would say. I mean, we do look through quite a lot of scopes, and Zosha's coming to say hello. We do look through quite a lot of scopes with various people here, lots and lots of clients. So you do see a fair cross section of kit. Nocpix takes for me.
It's one of the best scopes thermal scopes that I've looked through, by far.
And then to finish up, we have basically got
bits and pieces from
the stalking show. I keep wanting to say the shooting show. The stalking show. David and Deanne have done a great job. I believe records were broken in terms of attendance. Yeah. We just were mobbed for the whole 2 days, which was great. Lovely to meet everybody, by the way. So many people came up to speak about the show, which is great. And it was nice just to catch up with our great sort of backers and sponsors, because we don't always get a chance to speak to them that often. Everybody's so busy, and to be honest, we didn't get much chance to speak to them there. Morning of day one, the Stalking show.
I know, people just starting to arrive. So
this is your first show now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So actually, funnily enough, my uncle and my granddad used to come here for the chicken shows. Yeah, many years ago.
Oh, to Staffordshire.
Yeah. So Mark will be here today, my uncle. So he obviously was the one that took the business from the shows online. So I think it'll be nice for him because it's like a full circle moment. So yeah, back here obviously doing a big giveaway with Chris and the guys at Outfitter Tales.
I'm Noctix, you're the UK distributor of Nocpix.
Yep.
I work with Nocpix, as you know, so we work together for, I don't know, a couple of years.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a, what am I using? Well, I've just got the S60, the Ace S60, so I've not really got that on the rifle yet.
Haven't you?
It's waiting,
Right, okay.
It just came in, it was a real, I think everybody's getting hands on them, test them.
Yeah.
The 50 we've used a lot.
Yeah, that over the last year and a half, that's certainly our best seller.
Thanks for your time, I know you're going to be busy, and we'll catch up later on.
Okay,
Cheers, man. Cheers.
This NGO with these 15,000 gamekeeper members are key for us as a brand to reach out to them. So we are a brand partner with NGO. So we sponsor NGO and helping them out, and they're helping us out. So it's a great
Well, that's like our relationship with Hollands. I mean, we're working with them on brand testing, product testing, and they're helping us out producing the show and everything. So it's great.
And we supply Hollands as well. So
Hollands are going to be I think Hollands UK distributor of.
They are a reseller, so they're a retailer that we work with, one of the key ones.
Yeah. So if folk want to buy pine wood, through Hollands.
They absolutely. You can buy pine wood at Hollands.
That's looks like a new designed sled there. Which, deeper one. Good to see you again.
How you doing?
So
it's been a very busy show.
Really good show.
Always a good show here.
Yeah.
Lots of footfall. So we've done a new extra large sled, predominantly for behind quad bikes. We've reinforced the base, added runner. Little things we've added are removable dividers in the drawers, so they're multi-positional. Can do the foam inserts. The winch is working. The winch system's now available for a DIY fit to save people like travelling all the way to us.
So, quite genuinely, I don't know how long I've been using the proof research rifles now. It's got to be 18
months.
Or maybe even a bit longer.
A little bit longer. Yeah.
Best rifle I've ever used. Good. Hands of lots of clients. No bullshit. I don't bullshit. Loads and loads of clients. Particularly with MTR, and absolutely love it. Superb rifle. Anything new? Did you say something new coming out?
It's the new 8x 2 to 16. So what they've done, they've made a bigger eye box, and also as well, this will have an adjustable turret. Basically with the rings, so you can set your ballistics up with it. So you can just dial straight into your distances and set your distances up. So that's here now, and there will be another model in the scope coming with that on later on. So that's what GPO are working towards, to be able to mix that ballistic turret across the whole range.
Got some, new stuff coming, so that'll be good. Right then. So we're packing up time.
Yeah, well, not too bad.
So the end of the show, we caught up.
Yeah, finally.
Cheers.
Good stuff.
So the other thing we're really quite excited about is working with Hollands and Pinewood, who I believe Hollands are going to start supplying Pinewood. I'm fairly sure that's going to happen. And they've asked us to test some of the kit and put it through its paces in a Scottish kind of landscape. So I'm quite sure that'll perform well.
Yeah. Can I just point out that obviously before we started filming this, we had a little discussion about not drawing on and on and on and on.
Am I going on?
Yeah.
All right. Shall we cut that and do it again?
I think we should leave that in.
Very good. Right then. Do you want to say anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, guys. Right. So, thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and allow an extra 5 minutes for me rambling. So it's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from him.
Cheers. Okay, so a little bit of stop press. Just a very quick piece on this in this month's show. We just got back from holiday and this was waiting for this for a long time, so not had time to actually even open the box yet, but here we have the latest Nite digital scope from Nocpix D70R. Really been waiting quite excited to get hands on this. I think I mentioned it quite some time ago, but here it is now. We're going to unbox that in the next episode of Outfitter Tales. That'll be the June edition. You've got the illuminator as well, the infrared illuminator, which has been supplied with this. So this is the 850, NAR 850/1. We'll match that up, we'll pair that with the Howa 1500 from Highland Outdoors, and we'll actually get that out in the field and do a similar thing that we've just done with the Ace S60. So just a quickie, there we go, not going to ramble, watch this space.